So in today's video, I wanted to bring you 3 foods that you probably didn't know could be worsening acne. Now, if you don't have acne, you know, maybe this isn't a concern for you, but I wanted to talk about 3 foods that a lot of people enjoy eating, including myself. It's actually been proven that it is linked to breakouts. These are foods that are otherwise very healthy. If you don't have acne or skin issues, I would say go for it. And if you do have acne or suffer from breakouts or blemishes like I do, just enjoy these foods in moderation and make sure that you're careful and conscious when you're eating them. The first one is peanuts. And I was shocked when I found this out. Peanuts I always thought of as such a healthy food, and I thought unless you have like a nut allergy, you should be able to enjoy them. Well, apparently peanuts contain a certain chemical that mocks testosterone. And when you eat those peanuts, when they're ingested in your body, something in them kind of goes off and creates a testosterone-like hormone inside of your body and inside of your bloodstream. And people who normally have acne can be from bacteria, but a lot of times it's from hormonal issues. They have an imbalance of testosterone and estrogen. They have way too much of one and way too little of the other, or vice versa. And a lot of people who do have acne have shown to have high levels of androgens, which is a stress hormone, and high levels of testosterone, which, as we know, is just kind of a pituitary hormone. Pituitary is a gland here inside of our body. It's located here in kind of the forehead that regulates our other hormones. And people who have a lot of acne usually have a lot of testosterone. So when peanuts are eaten, this kind of chemical is absorbed into the bloodstream and causes testosterone-like effects, which is basically raising your testosterone levels or imbalancing your testosterone and estrogen levels without you even knowing it. And if you do suffer from high testosterone, or if testosterone is the cause of your acne, that could be making your breakouts a lot worse. Let me see if I can actually find out what the name of that is. Okay, well, I don't know how credible this source is, but it says that peanuts do have an effect on testosterone, but they do not contain testosterone. Again, what I was told by my professor is that they contain a chemical that mocks the hormone testosterone. So I can't find it online. I'll have to either ask him or do some more digging for you, but that is the food number 1, which I'm kind of lucky because the only peanuts I really eat are the ones in peanut M&Ms. But the second one that almost killed me is sushi. Sushi can cause your breakouts, and it is not just sushi, but it is mainly the soy sauce, which totally kills me, and I'm like, no, because sushi is so delicious and it's supposed to be healthy for you, and it technically is. When it comes to sushi, sushi is usually made up of a little bit of vegetables, raw or cooked fish, wrapped inside of rice or wrapped inside of seaweed that you can dip into soy sauce. Sometimes it's also like pieces of fish over top a bed of rice, like a little ball of rice. Sometimes it's just sashimi, which is basically just raw pieces of fish that you eat. Now, the sushi itself is really not that big of an issue. It has fish, which has amazing omegas, which are great for your skin, so if you can eat fish, that's great. Just don't have it with like a lot of salt and stuff. And the vegetables in there are fine. The rice can cause a little bit of a glycemic spike to your blood sugar, which could cause a little bit of acne because, again, your hormones are off balance. But the main culprit is the salt. And salt really has a bad effect on acne. Salt causes water retention, so you will feel a little bit bloated after eating things like that, especially if you don't intake your water. But as we all know, the more water we drink, the better our acne gets. And the more salt that we have, the worse our acne can get. Acne has been directly linked to salt consumption in many, many studies, and unfortunately, sushi, especially soy sauce, has some of the highest levels. So what can you do? You can try to eat variations of sushi, such as sashimi, which is really just raw fish and doesn't have a ton of salt. It naturally has quite a bit, but not as much as if you dip it in soy sauce. If you're a sushi lover like me and you need that soy sauce, try to get a different variation such as low sodium soy sauce, or Whole Foods sells one that's actually made of coconut and has no soy in it, because I try to avoid soy. Because I have a soy and wheat problem with like gluten. We don't even know what it is, but I blow up like a puffer fish. I'll have to tell you about it sometime. But that affects my tummy, so I actually get one made of coconut from Whole Foods, which is delicious. Also, soy sauce is made of soybeans, and soybeans are known to have the highest levels of estrogen, and kind of like peanuts, how they affect testosterone, the same thing is soy and estrogen. So it kind of does the exact same thing. The only difference is that it's soy, so it's estrogen, so it's the other hormone that's being off balanced. So if your acne is caused by hormones, having too much of soy products, tofu, soy sauce can be a very big culprit as well, because it's offsetting that balance. And also just anything with salt in it. That includes pizza, chips, french fries, really salty canned soups. Anything like that can really cause bad breakouts. The very last one is salsa. And you know, we usually think of salsa as the healthy chip topper. Because out of all the things we could put on our chips, so we could put sour cream, we could put guacamole, we could put nacho cheese, we could put con carne. Out of all the options, usually salsa is the best or healthiest bet. But unfortunately, if you have acne, there are two things in salsa that can really cause some issues. Number one is, again, the salt. Salsa is loaded with salt. It's usually chopped up veggies and salt. And number two is chili peppers or hot peppers. Now, I'm not talking about the bell peppers. Salsas are usually made of onions, maybe some garlic, lots of tomatoes, and sometimes some green peppers, but usually some hot, spicy peppers. And unfortunately, spicy peppers and really any kind of spicy food can aggravate acne, which is terrible for me because I love spicy food. But A, the salt in there is not good for you, and B, what spice does to your body is it actually causes a little bit of an inflammatory response. Now, acne on our face is angry. It's inflamed. Why does it get red and puffy? It's because it is an infection and it's kind of inflamed. And let's say that you have an infection on your leg or an infection on your arm. What the doctor will do is sterilely address it and take care of it and wrap the wound, but they might also tell you to ice it. If you have swelling, if you've broken a bone, anything like that, they say elevate it, ice it, raise it above your head and put ice on it. That cold ice helps to calm down that swelling because swelling is inflammation. And the less of the swelling we have, the less of the inflammation we have, the more we can heal. Same with a headache. If you get an injury, you take Advil because it helps to take down the swelling, or Tylenol or another antihistamine. If you have a headache, there's a lot of swelling and pressure in your head, so we take an Advil or a Tylenol or whatever to get rid of that pressure. So the same thing with acne. When we're too swollen, or when we have too much inflammation in our skin, we will break out. And unfortunately, spicy foods, including salsa, do cause an inflammatory response. So if you're a huge fan of spicy foods, please enjoy them in moderation. Always try to take down that spice. And spicy foods are generally accompanied with a lot of salt, so make sure that you double up on your water intake as well. You can also try different variations of spice. Usually for me, I have noticed that the worst is cassmian or Cesian. I can't remember what it is, but it is the one from chili peppers. I can get spicy substitutes such as ground pepper. It's not super spicy, but it kind of helps kill that craving without totally blowing my skin up. So kind of play around with your diet, maybe make a food diary and see what aggravates your skin and what doesn't, and hopefully that will help you. But if you guys have any other foods that you notice break you out or have been scientifically proven to break you out, please leave them in the comments below so that we can all learn from them. And if you don't have a Google account, I know that some people can't comment here on YouTube, so comment on Facebook or comment on Instagram or Twitter. My Twitter is sincerelycass11. My Facebook is Diamonds and Heels 14, and Instagram is Diamonds and Heels 14. So if you comment there, I'd be happy to retweet you, reply on Facebook, and try to answer any of your questions to my best ability. And if I don't know the answer, then we can figure it out ourselves. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that this video is helpful to you, and I hope that you can get clear skin sooner or later. If you have more questions on acne, please post in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them, or I will link you some fun little videos, and these will discuss all sorts of acne questions. So if any of these have the question that you're thinking of, then go ahead and click on it. And if you're on a mobile phone or a mobile thing and you can't see annotations, everything will be listed in the bottom tab. So click see more and you can click all those videos and learn and be happy and hopefully have clear skin in the near future if you don't already. So I love you guys. Again, I hope this helps, and I cannot wait to talk to you all soon. Love you guys. Bye.